from EyeGameUWatch picking Roy Jones Jr. and Undisputed's Finest, if I'm not mistaken, picked Terrence Crawford, who had an amazing showing,
Ooh.
ended up getting a TKO victory. This is a banger of a fight. This is going to be the fight to watch for this evening. I'm telling you guys, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. This is where it's going to be to here.
It,
I'm excited. I want to see these guys, one of these guys possibly in the final.
and you know what? They might have a chance because again, on this side of the bracket for I Game You Watch and Fight Night's Finest, whoever wins this matchup goes against Uncle Talent, and we saw what he could do. He's ready for a brawl. He wants to knock out people and use all his energy to go to that title, which is going to be absolutely amazing on his either on his desk or if he's going to hold it around, just walk in the park, just strolling around, listening
Yeah, he'll
to
just go walk
raindrops
in
are
the
falling
park
on
and
my
go to
head.
Walmart with it. Yeah.
Go to Walmart. The biggest flex of all. Just have a belt. It's like, what the hell's that belt? Oh, I won this. It's no problem.
Champion.
But the fact that Uncle Talon is going to be facing someone from this contest, and this has been our most anticipated fight. This is going to be astounding to see. And I
Oh,
think it
Lawrence,
wasn't
okay.
a Terrence Crawford, it's a Lawrence Corley. And that's I don't
Okay.
know much about
Nope,
Lawrence,
no
but
idea.
Roy Jones Jr.,
I'm a UFC fan,
he
but he
is
is a badass.
yeah, what we're hearing is that he's an absolute badass. So, could we expect a brawl? I know that's not really Undisputed Finest's game plan, but maybe he's trying to use that, try to be a little bit unorthodox, trying to go outside the box in this third round, this first round, third matchup.
Yeah, I mean, a badass here when you pick somebody who's undefeated against Roy Jones Jr., both, of course, badasses in the boxing realm. But I'm telling you, man, there's got to be a reason that you're seeing somebody pick Lawrence Okoli. And there are plenty of them that are evident already. But one thing that sticks out to me is that the guy who did it is Undisputed's finest, Fight Night's finest. This guy here is trying to go and take that belt to Walmart, man. He's trying to go into the arcade and scream at 5-year-old children with this belt saying, "You cannot beat me in Pac-Man." And I'm telling you, this is the guy. This is the guy that we're here to watch. I'm excited. He's got sauce on the back, Okoli on the front, and we are underway. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the continuation of the
Ooh, that
ESFL
height advantage. Holy
Undisputed
shit.
Grand Finale Tournament. I am your host and commentator Kingsley. Alongside me, Ruthless Omni. We see here I Game You Watch on the left side using Roy Jones Jr. And we see Undisputed Finest, aka Fight Night's Finest, on the right side using Lawrence. And so far, this is what Undisputed Finest. I don't know if I'm going to go to that or Fight Night's Finest, whichever one. It's
He's the
interchangeable.
finest, man. Boxers,
He's
man.
the finest. He is absolutely the finest. And right now, he's doing a boxing way to get that counter in. And you can see, just not really fully forcing himself into a trade,
Mhm.
but able to pick off his opponent with a nice counter. And you can see, as you said, the height difference is so big compared to Roy Jones Jr. and Lawrence right there.
Yeah, and that reach advantage is definitely evident as well. You're fighting somebody that is about 4 to 5 feet inches or feet. Oh my god, you're fighting Andre the Giant. No, 4 or 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches taller than yourself, and they are standing in the center of the ring. And they're saying, "Come forward." That's intimidating, man. That is a hard thing. And now we're seeing I game you watch. I love it. Not falling for that. He is gonna ease himself in. He's just trying to circle in, and this is a good feeling out process that we haven't really seen too much of, other than when we saw a little bit of it within practice in KM Butter's fight. This right here is what boxing's about. Oh, okay, I'm coming through, and I'm gonna try to hit you. I'm trying to hit you here. I'm gonna try to get you, but this is really what you see a lot in regular boxing matches is trying to figure out the range, and that's the first thing both of these guys are doing, and I love it. No one's walking forward to each other. There you are.
Yeah, but another thing is that the patience has to be absolutely astonishing. I mean, you're in a high pressure moment, right? You could cut the tension with a knife, and the fact that I Game You Watch, we usually know that he comes out guns blazing, but he said he's gonna fight his fight, and Undisputed is saying, "Hey, I have 10 years in the game. I'm going to use the hidden gem in Lawrence to do something better." And you can see, even though there wasn't many punches being landed, there's still some right swelling on Roy Jones Jr. So that could be in the scoring judge's favor for Undisputed Finest. So right now, will we see a change? Will we see the adaptability coming into this round or maybe the next round? Maybe it's more of a filling out process. You can see the double jabs trying to figure out the distance because you have to assume that Lawrence is going to have the range advantage. So he can stay in the center of the ring. He could stay here and do the 1-2s, but it's all up to EyeGameUWatch. Are you gonna partake? Are you gonna interact and try to force the action? Because sooner or later, you can carry all that stamina, but it's something that you need to do along with the stamina. And already the counters coming in from the body shot of Undisputed Finest, but the diagonal trying to put him on the ropes, never really fully working, but under 2 minutes so far. Good
Oh,
body
wow.
shots. And that's what he needs to do. A little bit of Joe Frazier working with the inside fighting.
Yeah, I like that diagonal movement he used to get on the inside. Good job there from EyeGameUWatch. And Undisputed's Finest is having a little bit of trouble here. A little, it seems, in the second round. He's trying to get a range going, but he keeps getting caught with his diagonal movement. And then
Jeez.
EyeGameUWatch is just unloading to the body and to the ribs as soon as he breaks through that range. And this is a little frustrating to fight against. I know it.
And you know that had to be so smart with under 1 minute. EyeGameUWatch saw this situation, analyzed the situation, and he says, "Okay, if you're not gonna, I'm not gonna fight your fight, but I'm gonna inside fight you. And when you make a mistake, I'm gonna capitalize every single time, like right there." Just a diagonal lunge into the body again to break down a tree. You need to cut it off at his base. And that is exactly what EyeGameUWatch is doing against Undisputed Finest. Now, what is up to Undisputed Finest? When you're seeing that situation where you're getting hit inside the body, do you try to block a little bit more low, or do you try to go headhunt and trade in those situations there, Omni?
I mean, it's so early, right? I mean, you don't get too frustrated. But as you can see, what's happening is that once he starts to step forward, he's throwing a little bit of hooks. And EyeGameUWatch says, "Oh, really? I'm going right under there and I'm going to land hooks and I'm going to get away." So if that's what I'm seeing my opponent's doing, I'm going to go forward, feint that I'm going to try to punch him and then block. And then once I see you're going to the body, I'm throwing an uppercut and I'm going to try to crack you right in the jaw if I can, or maybe throw some body hooks because it's constant diagonal movement. And also another thing to catch that diagonal movement is doing what he's doing there, throwing that jab now. Now we're seeing Undisputed Finest is starting to get a little bit of a rhythm, throwing the jab, and he's throwing the hooks because he's trying to catch him as he does that diagonal movement. But this is honestly a good strategy for EyeGameUWatch. He is staying light on his feet, and he's not running into any of this power coming from Lawrence. And that's what he needs to do. Continue to do it and continue to land these body shots when he can. I love how he is engaging in this fight. He keeps going in with diagonals, not being right in front of him and walking straight into him. That is
Yeah.
something to learn for everybody watching.
Right now, he went through plan A. Now it's time for plan B. Plan
Um,
B, working the body with the nice counters again. It's just that same movement. Maybe it's the jabs that he's like predicting and he's able to lunge forward. I wonder if you just try to disrupt the timing of the jabs, maybe try to go for a 1-2 and then work the body. Because I don't think we've seen many body shots from Undisputed Finance. Maybe taking the time trying to work the jab a little bit too much. Maybe a jab to the body could change up that situation, but we'll have to find out as we're approaching again towards the 1 minute mark on the second round. Already the body, so many body shots, capitalizing, and that's a knockdown for EyeGameUWatch in the second round, nonetheless.
is significant. That shocked the absolute hell out of me. I have a question as well, right? He does a lot of diagonal movements. I mean, prior to getting that knockdown with 30 seconds left, I mean, Undisputed Finance has got to be frustrated. Second round knockdown, and this was just insane. But when you see something like that, right, all that diagonal movement, I gotta ask, does that tax your stamina a lot? How much is the tax stamina on moving like that? But it doesn't matter. He gets the knockdown in the second round. Or is that the third round?
I think that was the second round. We might be
Yeah.
approaching the third round here, but it might take down not the health, but definitely the stamina, because like you
Yeah.
can't take that many. And it has a significant drain if you take like so many punches. But going into actually, excuse me, we're in the fourth round and it's tied up. That 10-8 round tied the whole thing up. So what Undisputed Finance was doing right, he
It
won the
seems to
first
be
round.
working.
It was a limited amount of punches, but now the bicep. Look at so many punches, left, right, just
Talking
switching
first
every single
season.
time. It's just,
First
oh my
match
god,
of
he's working.
Undisputed Boxing.
He smells blood in the water. That's dangerous. When EyeGameUWatch is feeling the rhythm and feeling the rhyme, it is bobsled time, and you're only going to go down the hill every single time if you're Undisputed Finest. Undisputed Finest needs to find a way to get out of the hump.
Well, I like what he's doing here now. He's starting to back up. He is willing to engage a little bit more. The standing still, I think, was just to see what his opponent would do to break through that. But I mean, it keeps working. he keeps landing those shots. He keeps doing
Oh
that.
my
See, like
god.
that. Oh, it's not stopping. It's not stopping. That body work coming from Roy Jones Jr. EyeGameUWatch is significant. And I think that right now, what we're seeing from Undisputed's finest is that he's really trying to get a rhythm here and just land clean shots. It's not coming out the best way because the footwork coming from EyeGameUWatch is significant. But he's been doing this a lot, and I
Oh
understand.
my
Oh gosh, he just keeps landing
it's
it.
it's just nasty. It's absolutely nasty.
Oh,
1 minute to go, and he still get it. My God, he's just standing still.
that was awesome. Good shit.
Undisputed Finest able to get the straight to get the counter, but just the lunging. It's just like Mike Tyson in his prime, just swaying, lunging, just working the body every time. Look, he's doing it again, and every time is when he's throwing a punch, so the stamina gets even lower. So Undisputed Finest is at his wits' end, and with 20 seconds left, we might see another freaking knockdown from the body.
Yeah, I mean, wow. He's put on a lot of work here. He's put in a lot of pressure here against Undisputed Finance, and this is honestly to me a bit of an upset, right? Because you're talking to number 3 versus number 6 seed, and that number 6 seed has a strategy right now that seems to be working. The stamina, though, that is something that we can't see because of the clever work from EyeGameUWatch. My guess is that he thought that the person he was fighting against would want to look at that. I mean, that might be a strategy we start seeing more of our boxers utilize here. He continues to do those lunges. He's in loose footwork mode. I can only wonder how the stamina is looking for him, but he continues to land body shots like this.
Oh my God.
Tomorrow. Like, he's not stopping. It's
so,
significant.
And yeah, and you saw the vicious combination, but one thing that I think I saw on the mat was maybe possibly a cut on Jones' side. I don't think the meter was already to 1 bar, but I thought we saw a little bit of trickle of blood. Could be as a sweat for both these competitors. So maybe a cut could be something to watch out for Lawrence. Even though he's getting hit with some body shots, maybe he's able to land on the head a little bit. I could be crazy, but these body shots, devastating. I never seen anyone in the ESFL Undisputed regular season do the damage that he's doing towards the body. Because every time it's a counter to the body on the right side, he's doing it again, and you're just standing still. You can't take a step back because you're already in the range.
Yeah, and it makes it really tough when we can't see both the staminas and such. I wonder long-term plans for that. But at this point, you can only wonder. You wonder where they're at. And I mean, is it that the stamina from EyeGameUWatch is going to be a little bit lower because of all the movement he's doing? Or is it that the damage he's producing on Undisputed Finest is more significant and the stamina might be even lower for Undisputed Finest because of these shots? I love that he's now starting to protect that body like his life depends on it, because it does. And now you're seeing that he's going to the top now because of that.
I mean, damn the head health, right? The body health is the most important thing right now, because I think we're in the 5th or 6th round, near the halfway mark, with 15 seconds left. You need to make sure that you can survive to at least go to the 10th round, because I feel like if he's able to go to the 10th round, he'll still might have a chance. But these body shots are just so punishing, because not only are they just regular body shots, right? They're counters. They're draining stamina as much as possible with these lunges. And you can see the body health is not low, and I think we don't have a cut, so it might have just been sweat in that previous round. But Undisputed Finest needs to come up with all the alphabets of plans right now, because right now he is in the danger mode right now. He is scared out of his life and needs to figure out a strategy to get away from his opponent.
Yeah, he's getting hit a lot. He's getting hit in that body. Unbelievable. That again. And it's all just the same thing, but he's just almost no answer. I think because he's so tall, he's trying to throw these hooks, and Roy Jones Jr. is ducking underneath him. I wonder if an uppercut will work. I don't really know. That seems like this strat seems very tough to defeat right now, especially because you have your opponent in loose footwork, and they are continuously engaging when you least expect it. Undisputed Finest is having a tough time. Nice hook there, but he gets caught with a counter again from EyeGameUWatch.
And he definitely sprinkled in, like, along with these body shots. Now he's going towards the head, because we saw a little bit of the body shots, like a 1-2, goes for a left hook, and it was able to land it super flush with a full range of motion. It's just these lunges. How do you even combat that? Because even though you're trying to move outside the ring and try to go into like a little bit of a corner to get to space, it's so tough because the movement is just so weird to deal with. Under 1 minute to go. maybe the step back straight, as we're hearing from the voice of God right now, maybe we could possibly get it, but it's going to be a tough sledding throughout these last couple rounds. But who knows? We could be all shocked that we could just see a flash knockout at any moment here on me.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, yeah, I would definitely look at that. He just tried to throw the step back straight, and it just went right past it. It seems like this strategy is very almost meta-esque. It's very tough to combat with at this point, and that's fine, right? Look at that. But that's
Cool.
now he's throwing that straight that just absolutely stunned him, stunned his sister, stunned his mother, and oh my
The whole
god!
family tree, right? The whole, like, the heritage. It's just like everyone is just getting 5% of that pain every single time because it's just counter, 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 left hook, counter, counter. It's just like a nonstop train of pain. And EyeGameUWatch is not saying that he's only a content creator, that he's a gamer and he's a competitor and he wants the title right here and now. But as we say that, 58-55 in one judge's scorecard. So Undisputed Finest, he has 10 years in the game, and he says, oh, you're getting hit by the flashy. I'm just going to lay the groundwork and win these rounds. So whatever he's doing, it's working.
Accuracy. That might be the thing. Even though the flashes are there and it looks significant, potentially we're talking about ring control and that again. He keeps eating these shots, though. I mean, he's going to get knocked down again. But I'm not really sure exactly what it is that's causing the judges to think that he's winning, and he just does the dip and then throws a straight shot. It's really hard to kind of even keep track of EyeGameUWatch. He's moving so much, and Undisputed Finance is doing well to avoid taking so much damage, and he's just not walking into his opponent. But we're on the 7th round here, right? So long-term wise, we might see a switch. Everyone's got an end of the fight game plan. So
Right.
might be a bit of a switch come from Undisputed's Finest. He's already started to defend, and as you can see, he's landing significant shots, at least enough that gets CompuBot to think he's going to win like that. Good. But, maybe the strategy will change and he'll start becoming more of an aggressor like this. Like, look at those jabs. He's back jabbing. And maybe we're starting to see EyeGameUWatch slow down a little bit because the opening rounds, he's just fire.
Yeah,
Constantly
and one thing that we have to commend is that for EyeGameUWatch, he must have saw that CompuBot's predictor score, and he could have been easily deflated and just changed his whole game plan. He's not changing it for anything because he said, "I got a knockdown. Let me keep at it. I'm scoring with these punches." It may not show on the scorecards, but he is getting some damage onto his opponent. So with 8 seconds left in this 7th round, Undisputed Finest, he may be up with the scorecards. He may be working with the head health and doing damage on the head. But if you're EyeGameUWatch, you have to keep up the same pressure. You can't get this way. You need to have the confidence in your game plan because the end of fight game plan, that could be a strategy, but it's working. He's getting those punches off. People were saying wow in the chat, so it could be a disconnect from what we're seeing from the judges.
I really don't. Like that shocked me so much that at this point, I'm just calling what I see. I have no clue why the judges have Undisputed Finest up, and I like Undisputed Finest, but it seems like visually he is not landing as much as EyeGameUWatch, but yet he's still up on the judges' scorecards. I think it's a height advantage bonus. I think that's what it is.
Oh, just like he's above like 5'6", and then he
They don't
automatically
want him
gets
to
the
come in
round.
after that.
Yeah.
That's big guy. I don't want that.
Yeah, we
But
like short kings rise up. Like hey, listen, you have a chance. Just like EyeGameUWatch, you have a chance in this contest. You just need to keep up the pressure. It's round 8. You still have at least 4 more rounds to go, right? So for Undisputed Finest, he's doing his work, but EyeGameUWatch, what can he possibly do? What can he do more? Maybe possibly get another knockdown to make it 10-8 so we could cut that lead down a little bit more. It's going to be tough for both guys to stay in their right mind with these later rounds.
Yeah, it is. There's nothing more to say about that. But I do think the stamina is a little bit lower for EyeGameUWatch. That footwork cannot be sustainable. And then you look at the difference within the footwork of Undisputed Finest. It's not as much, even though he's landing these body shots right here. Look at that. He gets caught with a lead hook there. Very good shot in the opening. And another body hook lands after that combination. And he tries to do it again. And now EyeGameUWatch is back on the prowl, and he's starting to try to get openings and find them. And again, he tries to go for that.
He
Ooh,
tries to
both of
go
them
for
are just
it.
throwing to the wind.
Yeah, I mean, hey, when you're gone with the win, you get punches like that. Just singing out in loud with his punches, just screaming in pain his opponent is. But Undisputed Finest, he still needs to find his way. He's still trying to work the jabs, trying to work the hooks a little bit. But with a hook, laying up. Oh, put it on down! It's a timber! It's a confirmed timber from Undisputed Finest. Y'all must have forgot because he was able to get the knockdown. And now the script has been flipped. Undisputed Finest putting pen to paper with the scorecards, and now with the knockdown.
Oh, that changes everything. Now that's well timed. Look at this. That's incredible.
That was the epitome. That was the epitome of hold on, wait a minute. I can't even finish the lyric because I'm just so flabbergasted with 5 seconds left.
I thought I was finished.
Yeah, I thought, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I flubbed the lyrics. I flubbed it, but man, what Undisputed Finest didn't do, he didn't flub that knockdown. That was such a clutch move to do. All those body shots, all that damage that was taken, one knockdown to change everything.
That's all it takes, man. A flash, and that's the first flash that I've seen commentating here as well. That's the very first flash I've seen commentating as well here, doing this with you guys. I mean, goodness gracious, what an incredible sequence of events.
Yeah, an incredible sequence. I'll like, we're so flabbergasted with just like what happened there that it's hard to put into words about what happened. But now it's up to EyeGameUWatch. He got knocked down. The scorecards are against him. Now he needs to throw everything out of the woodworks. You see him headhunting. You see him go for punches right there. He says, you want to fight? Well, I'm game, and it's time to play right now. Undisputed Finest still keeping even killed. Still trying to go for these jabs, trying to go for these straights, working his way in, trying to block the body a little bit more. But EyeGameUWatch is trying to find his way back in. But with halfway mark, Omni, it's very scary.
Yeah, I mean, that check hook was money from Undisputed's Finest. He did a great job there. And that's what caused that knockdown. And now we're starting to see Undisputed's Finest is doing, you know, a lot better with getting away from these body shots. It's tough. It's tough now because you had that knockdown very early within the fight, I think in the second or the third round. But now you just got that nullified. And if you are to believe CompuBot, that was epic. Very good counter straight.
That was nasty, but you have to think, after the first couple of rounds, I didn't expect this kind of pace. I didn't expect this kind of fight where we see body shots galore into a knockdown in the second round, and then you see all the way to Undisputed Finest treating it like Fight Night, like the Migos, and just punching with the left, punching with the right every single time. Redemption, and now we're seeing both guys just ending the round with strikes, and it's going to be close. I hope we can see the other CompuBox predictions. I don't know if we're going to. I don't know if we're in 10th round, but it is getting very, very close.
He did good. They're both throwing great shots, but wow, that feels so far away from reality. It's insane. That's hard for me to comprehend.
And mind you, like to everyone, sorry to cut you off, but that's only one judge. There could be two other judges that could be crazy with their scorecards.
Yeah, this is an amazing situation where, I mean, Undisputed's Finest is definitely doing a good job, and look at that. But
like how?
Well, I mean, but look at the counters, right? The counter lands, but then he blocks immediately afterwards. And then you see that EyeGameUWatch leaves his head wide open. It's like got him knocked down because he just starts to blitz the body because he knows it worked. And look again, leaves the head wide open. And now Undisputed Finest has a range. He knows where to land. He's circling out of that pocket fighting style from EyeGameUWatch, and he's landing his own shots. And he's now in loose footwork mode. So he's feeling a lot more comfortable. You know, that's footloose.
And do you think it could have been like the stamina along with his punches that caused the knockdown? Maybe like we don't know what his stamina is. He could be using the whole tank going for all these punches, and he could be like just staying at 30%. That would be the worst case scenario for EyeGameUWatch. But we see Undisputed Finest with a little over 1 minute to go in this 11th round, maybe 12th round. I think it's 11th round. I could be certain of that. It's very small. But with 50 seconds left, you see the hooks coming in for both competitors. Undisputed Finest still staying on the outside, not really getting fully like forced to play in the inside fight. But boxing wise, EyeGameUWatch is still game to fight.
Yeah, I mean, you've been constantly throwing these leans and landing these shots, and that's where he's getting caught now, right? He got caught again with the left hand, and now that I've full screen this, I can see the redness coming on from EyeGameUWatch's face on the right side, and then in addition to that, you're looking at this. I like that little trade. That was pretty cool. Yeah, leave it.
But another thing we're seeing the right swelling being very prevalent on Roy Jones Jr. As you said, EyeGameUWatch, it's going to be very troubling, and not like barely a scratch on the head of Lawrence for Undisputed Finest, but the body health must be hurting a fair amount. And we're going to the 11th round. Thank you to the people who said it was the 10th round. We're in the 11th round, so 2 more rounds to go. 2 more rounds for EyeGameUWatch to at least try to bring it back, because right now he needs to do everything in his power. There's no way that he can win these 2 rounds and win it, but he needs to go for a knockdown or something crazy to get something just absolutely insane.
Yeah, he needs to finish. I think he needs to finish if you're to believe the CompuBot. And now we're starting to see EyeGameUWatch is really trying to get that pull straight going and good. Another lunging hook lands. I find that this fight is a testament to technical boxing, as you have like that. Look at that. That was a crazy counter, and both of them are fighting very technically. Make no mistake, one is being aggressive and the other one is being very calm. And I mean, the aggressive definitely got a knockdown earlier, but now it looks like he's falling behind, and I think that's gonna leave a few more openings, a potentially another rocking opening. And Undisputed Finest, he's done good. This is a good fight for him, if you are to believe CompuBot. So let's see.
Funny enough, we were able to finally see the stamina for EyeGameUWatch, and he has a fair amount of stamina. So whatever he wants to do, he can do it. He just needs to avoid the counters from Undisputed Finest, because Undisputed Finest still staying in his wits. We're under 1 minute into the 40-second mark, trying to work the body as well. But these lunges back, and so much of that stamina just been depleted. One straight, and that could have been a vicious knockdown for Undisputed Finest. But with 20 seconds, who will make the lasting impression? Because it possibly will go to the judges' scorecards. And if we're able to believe the CompuBot's predictions, it's going to be all Undisputed Finest as we go into the final 5. It will go into the decision. And will we see an upset, or will we see the number? Actually, excuse me. Sorry, we're in the 11th round. It's 11th. I'm sorry. You know what? You take over. You take over. I'm done. It's just, we're in the tournament. I quit. Take it away.
11. That was a beautiful thing. Okay, anyway, they're getting to this 12th and final round here. Final round. And this is to decide who is going to be the victor. And look at that. That was a great combination coming from EyeGameUWatch, landing a hook, left hook, right hook, and a straight up top, and both are counters. And now Undisputed's boxing, Undisputed's finest, Fight Night's finest, whatever you would like to call this man, has a choice. Are you going to believe in CompuBot, or are you going to try to go and get another knockdown and get a finish definitively? But I know EyeGameUWatch is believing in CompuBot, and he's going to try to go forward and get this finish.
Yeah, he's gonna need to rise from the ashes, like I'm trying to rise in this commentary booth for making so many mistakes. But you see EyeGameUWatch working onto the body again. It's just been so well. I'm surprised when he got that first knockdown in the second round that he wasn't able to get again, because it seems like the strikes have been working so well every single time. While Undisputed Finest working the head, working the space. Oh, but the dodges like that, it's just so pristine, so perfect with 1 minute to go, and just body shots like that, just working so well. Both guys are going to go for it here, Omni.
Yeah, a left hand coming from Undisputed Finest is landing. The hooks are crazy. And both of them, I mean, I think maybe what we're seeing here is that the accuracy is what lost EyeGameUWatch the fight potentially, because it's certainly, he's landing a lot of shots here. Stamina is high because of that. And he's getting caught with these shots here and there. And that was a good body hook there. We're coming to the last 10 seconds. Are we about to see a brawl? And yes,
Oh,
we are.
yeah, we do. Yeah, we are. We saw a brawl right there as it's finally the 5 seconds of the fight, and we will actually go to a decision. And your winner is Undisputed Finest, aka Fight Night's
Wow.
Finest. He is going to the semifinals.
That's incredible. That fight is one of those instances that I truly did not understand what the judges were thinking. But at the same time, he did such a wonderful job. Look at this. He won
Wow.
every
Only
round.
2
The round he got
rounds.
knocked down to the 7th. And it's unanimous too. So this is incredible. I would love to see where they're at with their stats. If we can move forward, and yes, we can. Look at the
Wow.
stamina difference. This was a very close fight, but ahead the 18%, 38% to 52 and 38. It's accuracy that won this fight. It's very clear.
How do you